happy and accomplished, satisfied. Okay, so we have some mission, like to be happy. So that's why we are doing this party. Okay, let's move ahead. What would you like to get from this group to achieve that desired feeling? So you feel satisfied, you feel inspired, so you share to the policymaker and decision maker. So what would you like to get from this group to achieve that desired feeling? So what is your expectation from the group? Any expectation from the group you have? Okay, now you can share your responses. Like-minded, feeling shared, learning, collaboration, learning the experiences and method used to cope with the challenges. And there were other answers, so I could not see all. Let me see those responses. Okay, feeling confident, teamwork, shared learning, learning the experience and methods used to cope with the challenges, collaboration in joint project, like-minded, and the same interest and professional experiences to work as a team to learn from each other. Okay, so these are the responses. Okay, so that means so we want to work as a team. So this is the message. So let's move to the next one. Now you have the expectation from the group. What would you like to give to this group to achieve that desired feeling? As a team member, so what would you like to give to this group? So you can write your response on the chat box, and after that, so I said hit the button, then you can hit the button. Okay, so let's hit the button. Share my experience, learning challenges, teamwork, collaboration, share my knowledge, motivation, as much as the time that I and inputs to complete the resources to provide. And then the one that I missed is sharing idea, experience, teamwork. Okay, so these are the time and the learning, sharing experiences. So these are the key messages, and that is there are some messages on joint voice, like having a collective voice to the donors and the policymakers. Okay, so let's move to the next one. So what type of behavior should we practice when someone is not engaged or contributed to the team? So if someone says, okay, I will do it in the beginning, and then one get lost or not interested. So what type of behavior should we practice collectively? Not only you, all. So what type of behavior should we practice? Any ideas to make people motivated or to get engaged on it? So you can write your response on the chat box. Okay, it's not easy. We can attract them or privately, motivating them, trying to remember tasks, offering them help to contribute, encourage them, support, talk person one to one, give notification to choose or out. Okay. Okay, so these are the behavior that we need to practice. So while working in the team, we'll practice all these behaviors. So all these behaviors that might help to work as a team. So let's move to the next one. So this is the one where we will discuss more about why emerging water professional for resilient rivers. So why we are here. So the presentation that I did earlier, it's all about trying to understand how we need to engage ourselves as a team and work together. So if you have been, if you have read that email sent by the ban, then it clearly listed that. So what are the objectives? What we want to do as a team? So the major objective is to have a collective voice for better river health. As because of COVID-19, the situation might not be favorable, or donors, private sectors, and the decision makers, they might have different priorities. So they might neglect the riverine communities and their work. So that's why we want to say that as emerging water professionals, so there is a need of their contribution, fund, and attention for the better health. So we also need to demonstrate that, as we were the part of emerging water professionals and few have recently joined, like Kamal and Anusta. So they have recently joined this initiative. But the thing is, as emerging water professionals, what we need to show to those policymakers and decision makers, as well as private sector, that despite any conferences or pandemic, emerging water professionals are working and supporting to make resilient rivers. So that's the message that we want to give. Another is, we want to demonstrate our commitment for innocent action for the welfare of riverine communities. As the voices of riverine communities, that is that that does not get chance to be represented or to be shared with those policymakers and decision makers. So that's why we want to work as a bridge between those communities, riverine communities, and the decision makers. So that's why we want to demonstrate our commitment for those people that we have already committed in different conferences and working with different projects and actions. So another is, it's the opportunity to make world's actor realize the need of continuous investment for better river health. So we need to showcase that despite COVID-19, so there is an urgent need, or there is a priority where we need to support riverine communities, as people living nearby those rivers, so they are facing various challenges. So after this COVID-19, they may be facing numbers of challenges compared to other people. So that's why it's a better opportunity for us to showcase that for the better river health or resilient river. So they need to contribute, where emerging water professional will also support on this. So is it clear for everyone? So this is why emerging water professional for resilient rivers. So we are here. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what would we like to achieve from the forum? So from this forum, we want to inspire others. So others means policymaker, decision makers, private sector, investors, and including the local government and the community, to scale up commitment and actions to protect, restore, and manage our river. So this is to make inspire them, and then be a bridge and connector between riverine communities, global river professionals, and decision maker that will attend international river symposium. So we want to inspire. So that is our objective. But what's the platform? I and Van, so we discuss a lot. How can emerging water professional can contribute and share their feelings? As there are number of social medias and the platforms, I think that won't be sufficient. So that's why what we thought is International River Symposium. So that is happening online in second week of November. So we have requested International River Foundation to provide some time for emerging water professionals to share stories or whatever, like the methodology or the activity that we will design. So they have already committed us to provide that platform. So we will share the feelings of community people, the action that need to be done, and to inspire those people who will attend International River Symposium. As in International River Symposium, number of people, including diverse people from investor, policymakers, government, so they join, and the community people, they join that symposium. And we want to bridge the voice of locals, which I have already highlighted so in my presentation. So it's about collecting the voice of local people whose voice has not been heard. So we want to bridge between the local communities and the global communities, where the private sectors, investors, and policymakers are there. So this is the goal or the target, what we want to achieve from this forum. So moving ahead, what um, I would like you to do is, so can you think for like 2-3 minutes um, about, so what could be your idea? How can we inspire people or the policymaker, decision makers, and the private sectors to protect, restore, and manage our rivers? So how can we breathe or can be a connector between riverine communities and the decision makers? So how can we raise the voice of these local communities and share to a larger audience? So what do you think? What could be your individual idea? So you don't need to write in the chat box. So you can just write in a computer, or you can write so in a paper. So you can just think about that. So that gives a reflection or some idea that comes around your head. And after that, then so I will share some of the findings or some of the discussion point that we had from the first meeting. uh, so if you have any idea, so you can think like for 2-3 minutes. So can we do that?
Yes.
Okay, so let's think. So it's an individual idea, so you don't need to share. So no worries about like sharing your ideas, but it's about trying to make oneself confident that, so what could be the idea? So we need to think randomly. So could be one idea could be making video, could be collecting stories. So these are the few examples, but you should not restrict on that. So you can think in a different way, your own ideas. So let's start. So after so I will start the time. So okay. Okay. I hope so you have thought of some ideas on it. Yes. Okay. So if you have already finalized some of the ideas, some draft raw ideas, then so we can move to the next slide and then we can discuss about some of the ideas that the previous meeting where the colleagues have shared some ideas and made few groups. So I'll share that with you. Is that okay for everyone?
Yes, just me. I have to leave at 7 because I have to wake up my daughter for classes. Sorry.
Okay. So you have like few minutes, or so you need to leave now?
No, I will leave at 7.
Oh,
Just
okay.
more minutes. Yes.
Okay. So we'll complete by 7. So it's like 6:30, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes, it's 6:47 here.
47.
Yeah,
Okay.
6:47.
Okay. So we'll try to like complete it within an hour, but try to see so how much I can like complete. Uh, okay. So there are three ideas. So that came out from the first planning meeting. So the idea to share these three ideas with you is so what we can do is we cannot make like too many groups. It's really difficult to share all those ideas in that International River Symposium. So if any of you, so if you like the idea or if you want to contribute into group 1, group 2 or group 3, then you can be the member of that group. So it does not mean that the group is already formed and so you need to form the next group. So you can be the member of that group and you can lead that idea. So you can contribute on that. So you can be a leader. So all options are available. So the idea is if you are really interested on group 1, group 2 and group 3, then you can join that after this meeting. So in the email also, in the previous email also, I've already shared the email of the focal point, so you can join with that. And if you think that so there are new ideas to this, then we can make a group and then we can discuss. So we can do that. So with this, so let me start with the first one. The first group, they said that we'll collect the situations of water management challenges of each country and also looking for solutions. So they will look for the solution. So these will be shared through Facebook, like International River Symposium Facebook platforms. So what they will do is, so they will collect the situation. So this is the draft idea. So the thing that they have committed is they will come up with clear plan. So what they will do. But the idea is to collect the impacts that the riverine people that they are facing in each country. So meaning that looking at some of the representatives from different regions, so they will collect the situation and they will make um, some story. So that could be video or some story. So this is the first group that they want to do it. So if any one of you want to be on this group, so you can join this group. The second is also that is more around, so they are more specific. So they want to develop real stories from Nepal. So the idea is because of COVID-19, there are more challenges that riverine people are facing. So in group 1, it's the challenge that is a general challenges. So that means the challenges because of COVID and without COVID or because of some tensions or varieties of tension because of different factors. So that is in group 1, and group 2 is more specific on identifying some of the key challenges that people are facing in the stories from riverine communities. Especially they focused on Mahakali Basin. So but you can be the part of this group and you can join this group, and you can add, like few areas, so where you can get some real stories. Because of COVID-19, there are more challenges that people are facing. So this is the idea of group 2. And in terms of group 3, this is also the collection of challenges and issue of vulnerable, marginalized communities through case study and research, especially from Myanmar River. And they want to showcase this with policymaker, decision maker. So the idea that the 3 different groups, they have shared, it's similar. However, there are some of the differences in terms of the ways how they collect the informations and the area where they have focused. So these are the 3 groups. So is there, like any different idea that you want to share, or so how you feel? So looking at these 3 approaches, if you have different approach, then we can do a group discussion. And or if you have, like similar feeling, then you can share. So anyone can share your feeling. So how you feel, and is there anything new that you want to do, or you can just say, so you want to contribute on this group, anything. So over to you, anyone can share, please.
Yeah. Maybe I can start.
Okay, Daru, please.
Yeah. So my idea is related with the first group, but my idea is to emphasize more on the success stories of river restoration project, water quality improvement, community engagement, multi-stakeholder cooperation, and the success story can be divided into 3 groups for the developed country, developing, and underdeveloped countries. So we can learn from that success story how did it initiate and how it can be completed, and who involved in that, who should we involve if we want to have that kind of success stories.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so you want to join group 1, so
Yeah.
with some contribution, some additional of informations, and adding some of the ideas of segregating or collecting the informations of developing countries. So I think this is really a good contribution for group 1. So you can join that group. So for Marcella, I think Marcella, like you want to leave early, so
Yeah.
if you have any idea.
Actually, I definitely agree with Daryl. We were talking at the beginning that we need to inspire the donors and the decision makers, right? So definitely it's very important to raise the issues and to try to solve the problems. But I think that as water professionals, we have many inspiring stories to share. And just to let them know that this is something that can be replicated, right? So I was actually writing 1 minute inspiring story, like to share it as a video. I don't know what has been the discussion with the previous group, but I don't know if within the symposium itself, not in the Facebook platform, but within the symposium itself, are we going to have some time just to play these kind of videos? And maybe we can, because for group 2 and group 3, it's very specific for Nepal and Myanmar. So definitely I can't join. And through Facebook, I think it's important, but we need to cap the attention of the people that it's going to be attending this symposium that in this year is going to be online, right? But still, I think that, yeah, I definitely agree with Daru that we need to share success stories as well.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you. So in terms of like how we share in that platform, it depends upon the ideas so that we design. So based on our ideas, so we'll propose with IRF, so International River Foundation, because they have already agreed to give us time. So that means that is flexible for us. So we can design based on our ideas. So how we want to influence as a team. While working with these groups, so there might be 4 groups or would be like 2 groups, because it depends upon the next step. So how the group, they will build their ideas, and whether that will be interesting for us, for everyone or not. So that will be decided by the team. Means we all work together and decide. So that means it's a really a good, like interesting way to inspire people, sharing the success stories, and like sharing some videos which can actually teach the donor or the funders or the policymakers. I think this is really good. So that means you also want to join group 1, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if group 1 is very specific for Facebook, or is going to, we are going to have the
No.
opportunity to play
So
the video
group,
for the people.
sorry, the idea is every group 1, group 2, group 3, so they are open to everything. So means this is the
Okay.
draft plan that they have shared, but you can join that group, and like you can share your ideas. So I
Okay.
want to do this things, so we can make it very attractive, like a model, or we can make video, so we can inspire our team members and we can work jointly. So that
Great.
is the opportunity that we have in each group.
Yes.
So the
Then
group
group 1,
3,
it's
so
okay.
they can move to, they can add like, so if they are like only focusing on Myanmar, so we can inspire the team, saying that inspiring only one, like sharing the story from Myanmar would not be like much successful. So can we add this from Nepal, or can we add Indonesia, or can we add another region? So if we can like share that, then that would be really great. Okay.
Yeah.
So over
Great.
to Anushka. So she has already raised the hands.
See, you know that I would like to be in group 1 as well as 2 if that's possible. But you know that I was part of this USAID Pani program on where that focused on freshwater biodiversity conservation. So this DAI USAID Pani, that DAI, that is carrying out the USAID Pani program, has some video documentary, very nice video documentary. Let's see if we can approach them and request them to show the video focusing on destructive fishing practices, river mining. They have prepared very nice documents. I'm not sure if they will allow to telecast to present those or not, but at least we can give it a try, because what I believe is that rather than text, the policymaker, decision maker will be more interested in this visual things, and it will be more effective. Let's see. I will have with DAI team if they allow us to share the video.
Okay, so that means you want to join group. So you have a different idea, right? One is approaching with DAI to get that video and to share to the platform. So that is the one idea. So next idea is you want to join group 1 or group 3. Sorry, 2.
Mm. I know I'm like interested to be in group 1 as well as group 2, but I'm more interested to be part of group 1.
Group 1.
Because it captures larger idea.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a great idea. So
Rajan,
the idea is,
sorry, I have to leave now. Sorry to
okay.
interrupt. Thank you very much to everyone. I
Thank
see
you
that
so
you're
much,
recording
Marcela, for joining.
the meeting. So
Okay,
hopefully I
bye-bye.
can see you later. Have a good day, everyone. Good afternoon
Yes,
for you.
bye-bye, Masla.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
Masla. Take care.
Bye-bye. Okay, so the idea of Anushka is to join to group 1. So what about Tetsu?
Yes. Yes, actually, I want to join the group 1 too, because according to the idea, this is the collection of the saturation water management challenges of each country. So I want to, I want to let what our country is happening around the world. And also, as Masala said, water quality improvement is very important. And and also the and according to the water management, they are happening around the country, like bank erosion, flash flood, flood and also drought are happening according to the state and location. So yes, I want to join the group 1 too.
Okay, so we have majority on group 1.
Yeah.
So what about Jo?
Where?
Joy?
Okay.
Sorry. My friend,
Okay.
please.
Okay, for inspiration to the global river leaders, we need to listen and talk with them and their experiences. For me, I'm really interested to join in group 3, because I think I can participate in this topic because I'm familiar with Myanmar and Riverina area community, and now Myanmar is implementing the Myanmar water law in drafting. That is why I joined in group 3.
Okay, so you want to join group 3. Okay, thank you. So let me invite some other colleagues. Sally Al Hassan. So please unmute yourself and share your ideas. Okay, I think so. So I could not get the name IP. I see only IP. So please, can you speak? Sorry, I could not get your name. Please unmute yourself.
Unmute.
Oh, thank you. I was
Okay.
struggling how to unmute myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Sorry,
think.
sorry, I'm not good at using the Zoom. And I used to work in some program about the international river management in the Mekong River, and I feel like that because a lot of river basin, they are the cross-boundary river, and one of the most important issue we need to consider where we are working collaboratively is that the information transparency is very important. Like if the cooperation between the upper basin and also the lower basin, only when we work together we can like reach an agreement and alliance to solve the problem. So I think the first group would be most interesting for me.
Okay, first, so you want to join the first group. So sorry, I could not get your name, please.
Yip.
IP. Yip.
Yep.
Good, sorry, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's very short name.
Yeah,
Sorry for the
so
inconvenience.
sometimes really difficult. So sorry for that.
Yeah. No, it
Okay.
happens.
Okay. What about Jackie? So can we hear some words from Henny and Jackie? So if you are there, if you have anything to add, please unmute yourself and share your ideas. Okay, so I could not hear from. Okay, I see the face of Jackie. So please, can you unmute yourself and speak? Okay, thank you.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, sorry I'm late. I just came in the middle of this discussion. And I went through the 3 groups that were shared from the previous meeting. And I think I'm interested in joining group 1. But then before that, maybe if I don't know whether you've gone through this, but is group 2 only focusing on the real stories from Nepal or also from other countries?
So the group is open to accommodate other countries as well, but their initial ideas is to collect stories or some challenges from Nepal, as there were few members who want to share some stories from that region. But you can join the group and share your ideas. So it's not about sharing from Nepal, but to please the donor, it's really important to share the stories from different parts of the world. So
Ah,
it's open.
okay. Yeah, so I think my interest would be in group 2.
Okay, your interest would be in group 2.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So what if, thank you so much for joining us. So then after that, Henny, so if you can unmute yourself and then speak. So okay, I think there might be some technical problems, or maybe uh, facing some challenges to speak in front of other colleagues. So what we will do is, so after this, I think there is no need to do some group discussions, as our ideas are similar to those ideas that has been already discussed in group in the previous meeting, where there are 3 different ideas. And there is also another opportunity for us to think and to decide, or to develop some other innovative or interesting ideas that can help and support you, uh, support the team to pitch with the donors or the private sectors or any decision makers. So there is some flexibility around that, as we are working in the team. So we cannot, have some innovative ideas. So sitting here in the meeting, so you can think and you can decide. You can write an email to the focal point, so that it would be easy for you to get connected with those groups. And I think everyone of you have received my email, where I have clearly written the email of those people, and you can get connected with them to share your ideas. And if you are really interested to join 2-3 groups also, you can approach the group, because it's not limited to only one group, but you can join that group and you can contribute on those groups. So that is up to you. So what I really hear from you is, so everyone is interested to be the part of all these, they want to contribute to these groups. And there are few other ideas that would really help to make our modality of reaching with those donors and policymaker would help for the riverine community. So that means, so we need to think 2 things. One is sharing our voice, and second is to share the voices of those local communities to the donor, and to inspire them that so there is a need of some fund and the commitment to those peoples. So with this, what I will say is, there are few, slides that we did in the last time. So the idea was, we made some group, and after that, so they come up with the idea. So that was the approach. So why I'm sharing this one is, so we should not feel that we are isolated, so we are behind. So we are on the same page. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm sending a lot of email, with the same informations for those people who need to join the meeting, and who should not, who need not join the meeting. Why I'm sending this email to everyone is to make everyone clear that we are on the same page. So everyone is joining hand together, everyone is leading. There is no leader, so everyone is a leader. So there is no team, the focal point is to make our communication easy, but everyone is leader, everyone's voice is recognized, and so we are free to discuss and share our ideas and to work in a team. So this is the idea why I'm sharing these slides. So after that, so we did a presentation, and so what we discussed is, we need to continue on our group work. So let's connect with that focal point. So with that email, and let's meet after 15 days. What we said is, we said that on 25 August, so we'll meet after 15 days. So what I decided is, looking at today's meeting, so I proposed 10th September. So meeting time, so that would be actually on 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Nepali time. So that would be like, so if you convert to your time zone, I think few colleagues for Marcella, so it would be really difficult, because our time zone and compared to Nepal is like 12-hour different. So if we do the workshop in 1 o'clock in the daytime, so that would be like midnight, 1 o'clock in the night. So it's really difficult for her. So for others, I think there will be some challenges for other colleagues. So if I arrange on this time, then for the colleagues who are living in Australia, so it would be like midnight. Then so that's the problem. So we are looking at the time, so that would be appropriate for everyone. But I'm sending an email for 10 September for 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Nepali time. So if that is not appropriate, then we'll like think of another meeting, so that the people who will not be able to join that meeting, so we'll make some like arrangement. And another possibility or another ways of working that we are thinking is to contribute through email. So we can share the ideas like through emails, and then we can do some chat with the group, like taking your time, asking the time of that team member. So um, this is what we will do. So the okay, so with this, so what I'm saying to everyone is, so if you have any like the questions, or if you have any challenges that or if you have any confusion, so you can like just write to me, or if you have anything to say to me, so you can share your thoughts now. So over to you. Anything you want to add, contribute? I think everyone is satisfied, right? Okay. Okay, I think so. This is our first meeting where we are meeting. Like this is the first time. It's really difficult for everyone to share our ideas. I hope the party that we did virtually. Sorry for those colleagues who could not join on that party. So in the beginning, so we will do that party again. So that is a virtual party. So we are also flexible to do party virtually because of this COVID. So I think that has also like help us to engage ourselves and to share our ideas and thoughts. And what we need to do, or what makes us interesting, and what are the ideas that makes ourselves satisfied, is learning ourselves. Try to understand and unlearn some of the things, so that is not like good, or we keep repeating, learning and unlearning, and making our journey successful. So this is some of the like the motivation that emerging water professionals need to have. As emerging water professionals will be leading this world within few years. So that is our responsibility, to bridge between the communities who are really having a hard time because of different factors: COVID, climate change, disasters, so many things. So in this situation, so we need to bridge in such a way that the policymakers come, and the local governments, or regional governments, private sectors, donors, so everyone, so they continue to commit and provide support to those communities. So with this, so if you have anything to add, so you can add. If not, then I will say thank you so much for everyone for making the time, contributing it, and listening and sharing your ideas and thoughts. And it's really wonderful that we were able to meet virtually. Like this is the first time. Like there are a number of colleagues to whom I haven't met, and same for you as well. So there are some of the colleagues to whom I have already worked in a team, and so it's a good opportunity for everyone to be the part of this meeting and share our thoughts. So thank you so much for everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So according to your time zone. So enjoy, stay safe and healthy. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Rajan, for this meeting.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Bye. Take care. Stay safe.
Take care. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so there are some of the messages that I received. So let me see. Okay.
Hi, Rajan. I'm going to leave now.
Okay. Bye bye. Thank you so much. So
You
we'll work
too.
together
Yeah.
and
Well,
make it happen as a team. Thank
yes.
you so
Well,
much.
which group will you join to? No, you're just
No, I haven't joined any group.
ah.
So what we will do is so we'll do a second round of meeting, try to understand so how can we work together in a team. So after that then we'll decide. So
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
be okay, please.
I want to confirm. I heard 2 p.m. Nepal time is on which day? That
10th September.
10
10th.
September. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. I missed the date. I just heard the time. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajan. Yeah. See
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Okay. I think I have some message. Jackie.